welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming, and this is Coffee Talk Season 2. So, I think this is part 13, 12 or 13, and previous video was a little short, 27 minutes long on average, or the last one was, sorry, thereabouts, and we spoke to Georgie, a bit of an update on the case. He feels that he knows the people that are doing this, he staked it out, which was interesting, and also we spoke to Aqua, who rejected a deal from one of her favourite developers regarding her computer game. So, you know, it was quick fire stories in the previous video, which was fine because, you know, not everybody stops by for long periods of time and stuff like that, but it made it interesting because it was very customers. It is what it is. Anyway, let's read the headlines. Box office movie High Weapon hits an astonishing 2 billion worldwide. Jesus Christ. High Weapon. Nice. Okay. What Generation Z really wants? An independent survey. And lastly, vegan food on the rise. Gnome diet popular amongst young adults. Gnome diet? By the looks of it, they eat a load of lettuce and stuff, but I don't know. Nuts and whatever. Not too sure. Interesting. But let's start the day, and we check social media as well, as we always do. From what I understand at the point of time of releasing the last Coffee Talk, I don't think it was a popular series, but I think it's a unique playthrough anyway, and I'm enjoying it nonetheless. Hold on, it's the wrong thing. So, let's go to... What the hell am I doing? No. There we go. So, you want to change your profile picture? Oh, she's playing a guitar, right? I don't think so. No. Okay, let's check stories out. Riona, today's the delivery cut-off time, 1 o'clock, no night shift. Okay, she keeps talking about her her work. That's all she's got, this girl. We're sorry for her. We had a break in the office and just played ball games for hours. It was fun. Alright, fair enough, yeah, that's good. Aqua, look what my Ratish did. Sneakily taking my super serious gaming face while playing Super Brawl Pals 2. Hold on, can we? Yeah, I was gonna say. Her super serious face. Hold on. And Lucas says, super busy, see you tomorrow. Just stay. What? Just saying. Oh, sorry, night. Alright, whatever. Okay, so that's social media. Not much going on. Let's get our first customer of the night. I was about to say day, but whatever. The night. Oh, it's her. She's back. INSANEBRIT. Okay, Rachel, calm down. Miss Rachel? Oops. Sorry. I'm just really excited. I've done it, INSANEBRIT. I should change my name. I'm really annoyed at that. She was doing something with her music, isn't she? And then she was trying to help that girl get a job or something in acting. I can't remember. Congratulations. Done what? The music is making... Oh, okay. The music I'm making with AJ, the popular singer she was working with. I told you about last time, remember? Oh yeah, you did. I brought it with me. Check it out, will we? Okay. The music apparently is being playing in the background of my cafe, apparently. Or coffee shop, rather. Really? Okay. Are you sure we can play it? What about the NDAs and stuff? Non-disclosed agreement, I believe that is. Non-disclosure agreement where you can't show X, Y, and Z until a certain date. Come on, you're silly. We're the ones here anyways. We're the only ones here. Good point, but still. It'll be fine. I mean, my direction has already changed a lot, so... Oh. Never mind that. Let's just play it. Quick. Hope I don't get copyright strike for this. First Love, what do you think? I was inspired by the drink you gave me. Sweetheart latte, wasn't it? That's right. You composed The melodies? With a Remy, yeah. A Remy. Whatever that is. So like, I know with a name like Sweetheart Latte, you'd expect something a little more fun sounding, right? But hearing how you made the drink reminded me of something. Like a new love's beginning, or thinking about your crush. Alright. The sourness of anxiety and of a promise. There's a lot of steps to keep the delicate balance going until you get to the point where you decide to confess. I think I see where you're going with this. Yeah, just like the drink, right? It needs to be the perfect balance of ingredients and temperatures to mix properly, doesn't it? Or it would curdle, yeah. That's a really interesting take on the name. There's just one thing I'm wondering about. What is it? If this is supposed to be your new single, wouldn't everyone expect to hear your voice? That's what I was thinking, actually. I know, but I'm planning something. You'll see. How are you, by the way? I'm just fine. Business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night? He did. Henry? Yes, he did. He was meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why'd you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night, so I wondered what he was doing. Oh, I see. Do you two not see each other often? Because you're probably busy with work. What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. Alright, fair enough. We still live in the same roof after all. Oh, okay. Under the same roof. Oh, what a surprise. I thought you'd have been raring to move out by the time you turned 21. She definitely seemed to be someone who wanted to escape from her dad at the time, didn't she? In the previous season. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that. But Dad's getting older, you know? He's becoming forgetful too, so I'm a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know? None of our extended family even live in the States. Damn. So as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him for now. Right. Fair play. Hello, welcome. Who's this? Oh god. Good evening to you, Miss Riona. Hey Riona. Fancy meeting you here. Aha. Hello. How are you? Sorry, just a second. Alright. He popped off to take a call. Huh? Is she alright? I'm sure. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first. Right, what would you like? I have a cup of milk, please. Typical kitty cat, huh? Alright, 1 cup of milk. Can I just brew it? Or you got to go milk, milk, milk? Milk. Have I got any items? No, I have not. Thought I did. Here you go, a cup of warm milk. Thank you. I'm not milk. Like, put it in coffee, yes, but some people warm up their cereal. Heat the milk up in their microwave. I'm like, that's disgusting. It tastes like shit. It plays, it plays havoc with my stomach, man. Like, my gut's rumbling after that. It's weird. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it. Hello, welcome back. Miss, are you alright? No. I think I'm sad. Jesus. What's wrong? That's right, Rona. What's wrong? Wow, she's crying. Damn. I don't think I've ever shown anyone that much emotion in here, like crying, literally. I've been doing a lot of thinking. Yeah, thinking, of course. About what? About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake? What makes you think that, miss? my apologies, I did not mean to be so dramatic. Would you two mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Go on, of course, let it all out. It's good to talk. Miss Rachel is right, feel free. After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with INSANEBRIT and the regulars of his coffee shop, I have gradually realised over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about many things. Huh? And what makes it more troubling is it is likely that my ignorance was on purpose. Ignorance on purpose? What do you mean? I see. Miss Rachel. Okay, before we get into this, I'm going to say here and now that the things that people have been telling her, deep down she knows is reality. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, and she kind of knows it, but she refuses to do it. And then she's slowly starting to come to the realization that she's not getting anywhere unless she does these things. So she knew it was right, but unless she does it, it's not going to benefit her. She's not, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. It's being stubborn, basically. And I think to a point I'm a lot like that. I know there are certain aspects that will be successful on YouTube and stuff like that, and I keep bringing it back to myself a little bit because this kind of entails, and I use this as an example. You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of those things. So you know certain things work, but you don't do them for whatever reason. Maybe they don't suit what you're into, you don't want to do it, and it may, what works, and that's fine. But what you want to do and what works are two different things. And she's very nervous about putting herself out there anyway. So, you know what I mean? And she's getting hate and everything. So there's various things she has to do, but, you know, she's avoided doing. But at the same time, she's still in the same situation as she is. The position you hold today is the result of your efforts and tenacity. You honed your talent, but you did not shirk from taking risks in order to succeed. Yes, indeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it, and I greatly respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also, although I do not fully understand his content, he is successful enough that people earn a living through his work. Yes, indeed. I am aware that must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simply, I feel ashamed of myself because I may have come too comfortable with the status quo. I agree with that. People that can become, you know, like that, including myself, with content and stuff. To this point, to the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation. Are you really, Mo? I mean, you've been trying your best, right? I've been trying, yes. Have I been trying my best? That's debatable. Because, again, people are telling her things, but she's not putting it into practice. Therefore, you know, she's ignoring it and going about what she's doing. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid. Afraid? Yeah, so she's afraid of putting herself out there and doing certain things, aspects, you know what I mean? It's like, ugh. Taking risks. I understand I have only a small chance of being selected for a role in a play. I really do. I understand it's due to my lack of network and the industry's expectations, along with my lack of higher education, and for the simple fact of what I am. I'm truly fine with all that, I really am. Because of all its... What? Because all of it is a pain I am already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again. Having to get used to new pain all over again. Just might be... Oh God. Finish your sentence, man. Just might be difficult. Miss, I apologise for all this ruckus. I didn't mean to. Miss Riona, would you please allow me to make you a drink? It's on the house. But INSANEBRIT insists, right? Right. Right, what am I going to give her? In that case, I'd like to have something with blue pea, but no milk or ginger, please. Okay, blue pea, no ginger or milk. Alright. Blue pea. Tea and honey. Tea and lemon. Tea and mint. I haven't used that in a while. I'm gonna go. I don't mint and cinnamon. I have no idea what this is. We're going crazy. Mint, cinnamon, blue pea. Nice. Nice. We're going crazy. Here, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. How was it? Damn it, she didn't say anything. What's in your mind? Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all of this. The driving force behind everything I've done up to this point. Well, what was it? Huh? Your driving force? I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice. Oh god, prejudice. Oh my god. Prejudice, alright. So, she wants to do things that people believe that her kind can't do or won't do or shouldn't do. But the problem is, from the very beginning she's got hate and then she shied away from it. So that if that was the motivation, you should make that hate that you knew you was going to receive and let it drive you forward. And she hasn't done that. She shied away from it. I know it's difficult, it's tough, etc, etc. As for me, I'm going to throw it back at myself again as an example. When I did YouTube, I wanted to be like a certain YouTuber, I won't say his name, but a certain bigger YouTuber and everything, and I want to be just like them. But then as time went on, I kind of like focused my content on more gameplay. And, you know, people want to hear more of my opinion on games overall, reviews or whatever it may be. And I didn't really do that as much. I stopped doing that. And I kind of just do playthroughs now. And I'm honed in on, focused on doing that. And it's fun to me. More than anything else. But it just takes extra time to do the extra work. And I just haven't put that time in or just don't want to. So I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. So in even news stories, I've calmed that down. You know what I mean? An awful lot, so it is what it is. Whether it's society or my own, not only for myself but also for my kind. I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right? Pardon? Reaching that goal can be done in a lot of ways. Yeah, true. Like politics. Huh? You're not wrong, but that was just an example, jeez. But I admit being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to win people over. But that's not what you want to do, is it? My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it, so long as I am able. However, I believe it is also time for me to consider expanding my horizons. Oh? Like doing what? Other than opera, what do you mean? I simply do not wish to be trapped in my own fear forever. Although I do regret that my one-track mind, minded efforts may have been in vain. Perhaps, you know, again, you laser in, focus on it, and then you become complacent in what you're doing, and you focus too much on that, losing sight of the bigger picture. That's a bit always ability. Maybe you could step back, reevaluate. I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. I always believe in sincere efforts, but never mind that. What are you going to do now? I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Lucas' offer. Lucas? He's an influencer who's been coming here recently. Why does that name ring a bell? Oh wait, you know him? Not closely, but I think we follow each other on Tomochio. If it's even the same Lucas, I mean. What was the offer for? I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to evaluate underrated talents. Again, that's a way of stepping out. You've got to break out your comfort zone. And see, if you do that, right, I'll give you an example as well. And again, I'll bring it back to me. If I went on a YouTuber's channel and it was massive and people would like who I was or whatever, and it had 100, 200, 300,000 people, subscribers, 2,000 might jump over to my channel. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So you could also, or even maybe even more, but it is a breakout way of doing it. A lot of the time, I've seen content creators who are really funny and have decent content, and they've got like 1,000 subs, and I'm like, I've got more subs than them, and they're really good. A lot of the time, it's just about eyeballs on the person, and it's kind of it's unusual that way. So this is a fast track way of doing. Of getting there, you know what I mean? If she breaks out and people go, oh my god, this person's beautiful, she's wonderful, look at her personality, look at her music, blah blah blah. So it's an easy way of getting in. I'd advise doing that, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, so he's unsure. He wants to validate underrated talents, to showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront. Again, an easy way in. I see. So what if you rejected his offer? Call him, huh? Or text him. Tell him you changed your mind. What's the worst that could happen? People are allowed to change their minds. If he rejects you, well, that's his loss, isn't it? Good point. Well, nothing to lose at this point. I'm not sure it'll be his loss necessarily. Shh. Just do it. Text him. Yeah, I'd say do that as well. Just, you know. Oh, okay. My god. Make it be your first step. You know what I mean? He responded. What did he say? He's happy I changed my mind, and he's going to text me later to talk more about it. Oh, cool. It seems like he's in the middle of something. At least that's one thing settled. Yep, that's good. Yes, thank you. So we've already got a foot in the door just like that. With her issue, we're changing it, like twisting a dial, and we've already like put her in a great position right now. She might explode into the stars as well, you know what I mean? Her talent. Although I regret my lack of mindset, I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life, as it is a habit formed during my time living in the commune. In the commune? What the hell? Is she a religious school or something? We banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Oh, I see. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune. Commune. Okay. I swear that sounds like a religious school or like nunnery almost, but I can't remember the ins and outs of it. And we would all work together as one. Fair play. Like gears in a machine. Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, correct? Yes. Was it difficult? No, because we're not a cult. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. So the reason we did not see a lot of the banshees around is that because many of them chose to remain in the commune? Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. It was for that reason I learned to drive. Ah, there you go. You seem to be fond of driving, which he does do deliveries. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress, which is why I find driving calming. Even in traffic, well, a mobile fortress, huh? Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. But she feels safe in it, protected, and she can, you know, she look out the window and see the world, kind of thing. So I can kind of understand that. But also, if she does become popular and everything, she will be a hero and to her people, or you know, and I know she's a banshee. She represents them. She's popular or whatever. If that happens, then she'll have fans of her own race cheering her on, just because of what she is. And then there's who she is, and then there's the casual people that want to watch or know more about her. So tons of potential there. Perhaps it's better if I go now. Okay, I'll leave too. If you wish, I can drop you off. Really? I live pretty far from here. It's fine. Okay. See you later, INSANEBRIT. Okay, fine. Safe trip, miss. Thank you for your time. My pleasure. See you soon. Well, it was 2 customers. Oh, well, please. Well, I'm happy the blue-haired girl, the Banshee, got some issues solved. I suppose I'll wait another hour. What? Apparently that was it. I might just continue, guys, and do a second day. Because that was kind of short. Monday. A whole new week. Alright. Gobley Labs shut down researcher to finally stop experiments after 1,300 incidents. What? Oh, okay. Researchers stop experiments. Alright, whatever. The place... Oh, sorry, what? The piece of Halfling's advice that seared into my memory. Okay, that's weird. What a weird headline. Users of Tomachio's new stories feature. It needs a longer duration. I see. So we're not happy with the length of the stories. Alright. Why is it so dark? Gala? So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart. What? I can't see shit. I really don't know why we are discussing my sad stories right now. Hyde. Eyes on the happy couple. Why is it dark? What's going on here? Is it glitched? Lou. Ah, it wasn't sad so much as cute though. Okay, what's going on here? Hold on, guys. Let me check the social media. No delivery today. Lucas and... that was it? That was all it was said? I'm still very confused about what's going on in my shop. But it's true that you and Mr. Bailey should... What? Should be in the spotlight, Miss Lou. I'm confused. I can't see shit. Or just in the light. What is happening here? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to get to the switch. Ow. Whoops, my apologies, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall. I'll take that as a compliment. Ah, here we go. There we go. Wow, we got a lot of people today, man. 4. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed. We've been here often enough that we know the place like the back of our hand. That's what it means to have regulars, INSANEBRIT. So it does. Now, shall we get the celebration started? Oh, okay. Please, I'm so excited. That's Hyde. Okay, so yeah, Hyde. I've got to remember who's talking. That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline? I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for a husband. Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller. Oh, did they have the... oh, I see. They had the wedding then. I see, yeah. Wait, I didn't show up. I didn't go... Oh, I suppose I just got back to it for it? With them? I see. Because they're all dressed up like they're in what I suppose the wedding was today. Okay, and they're having the after party. It's very small. I mean, there's none of her parents or family. It's just bloody coffee talk regulars. Ridiculous. Alright. Don't get cocky, Mr. Miller. Oh, are you taking Lucas' last name, Baileys? Oh, are you taking Lou's last name, Baileys? Here we go. Ha, no, we're keeping our last names. Really? You can keep your last names? I did not know that. But I'll be Mr. if it pleases Miss Miller. Anything to make you happy. Nah, you always make me melt. Disgusting. Shut up, you vegan vampire. He said wiping off his tears. Yeah, he does seem that way, doesn't he? Hyde. How many times must I tell you? It was the city hall flowers. They make my allergies flare up. Sure, let's go with that. This would be the perfect time for some drinks. I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. To something decent and decaying and chocolatey, okay. But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush. So, in summary, sweet chocolate, okay, hot chocolate with honey and mint. Well, chocolate powder, and it's sweet and fresh. So look, I'm just doing that. Yeah, so fresh would be that. This is going to be interesting. There's no milk involved. Let's see what we come up with. Might have already done this, I don't know. After midnight. Oh, that looks sick. That looks nice. Let me give 21. After midnight, here we go. This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. I love it. It's very unique and festive. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. I didn't like it. High praise from Hyde. You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on the side of a pond in INSANEBRIT? Yes, actually, yes, I live here. I live there. Well, I'm here. I did a bit of travelling in my day. Maybe we ran into each other in the past. Maybe we did. I doubt we have, because I remember a fucking weirdo like you, dude. With pale skin and hair like that. Oof. Passing each other like two ships in the night before meeting at the mooring. That's very lyrical. Kind of poetic, Hyde. What's wrong with you? Not into you that way. I blame the mood on you two. All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He went absolutely wild during Fury. But even then, he would beg the wolves... What? Beg the wolves' pardon after putting his fist through it. Sounds about right. And I imagine you two became great friends. Nah, you know rude vampires is much more my type, yeah. Hey. Actually, no, I'm not offended. Rude vampire, I'm proud of it. Yeah. That would look great on a t-shirt. Awesome idea. I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right. I guess I should, we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? INSANEBRIT, baby. I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Miss Lou and Mr. Bailey. And thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now, INSANEBRIT. Absolutely. Short and to the point. Good speech. Hyde's like loving it. Yes, okay, Hyde. Your turn, Hyde. Really? I could imagine Hyde is pretty good with words if he wants to, but I bet he's like reluctant to. Ah, well, fine. Thank you, Lou and Bailey's, for entertaining me, yeah, and making me consider a counselling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we were forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as INSANEBRIT, guys, and I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others. Always reflect as joy in the family you are starting today. Fair play. Ah, Gala. Thanks, man, really. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde? Insane Brit, my dear Insane Brit. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. Oh my god. I do apologise that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Wonder why. Speaking of starting a family, just in case, you know. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. And I'm avoiding it in solidarity. Okay, so she's like thinking about having a kid and everything. So she's avoiding booze, makes perfect sense. And, you know, he's making it easier on her by doing the same thing. So that makes perfect sense. I respect that. Interesting, and I love how that they've just got married and they're already like bang on it thinking about that. So fair play to them, you know. But yeah, I kind of like that. Funny that I've been mostly reading what they've been saying rather than giving my opinion thus far in this segment, but I'm fine with that. It's okay. It is what it is. That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Thanks, Gala. Just imagine little purple elves with horns running around everywhere. And thanks, I think, Hyde. Wonder what they look like. I aim to please. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying. I never saw him touch it. Is there a specific reason why not? I just don't like the taste. Yeah, same here. I'm not really a big fan of it. I can drink, but I don't particularly care for it. You know what I mean? Never got used to it and never particularly tried to. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. Yeah. But nope. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. True, I mean, my uncle offered me a beer the other day. Like, you know, I think it was what was it? Oh, it was not Foster's. It was that else. Strongbow? Something like that. No, Guinness. It was Guinness, right? And I was like, nah, I don't drink. You know what I mean? He was kind of surprised by that. I was like, nah, fuck, I'm not a fan of it. I don't like drink anyway, let alone Guinness. I like that you look at it. Sorry. I like that you look at it just as a taste among others, Gala. True. Sometimes I want to taste wine and sometimes I just want tomato juice. Definitely booze. Just became this big social thing. Yeah. But I, for one, wish there was a better range of soft drinks. I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free vermouth, homemade, some fruit juice. Okay. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible edible robots? And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Oh, that sounds cool. Well, when did you go to a place like that? A while ago with my family. Back when we were still in touch. Bae. I'm okay, sweetie. He's reminiscing. Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. Yeah, see, funny enough, I can actually drink vodka. Vodka is okay straight. Vodka with oranges is alright. Also, what's that thing? Gin's alright as well. I can drink gin. I think it's just general beer I don't like, but I like other stuff. But I'm not a big experimenter of it. In the soft version, I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes into it? A little bit of basil and lemon juice and a pinch of salt. Sounds interesting. I'll about to try that. Tonic water. Okay, yeah. Gin and tonic. Yeah, okay. That could be another thing I try. I like that idea, but that sounds like something I would enjoy. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. That is disgusting. That is disgusting. I love how Gala was like, wait for it. Yeah, oh, that's hilarious, man. Fuck you, Hyde. No thank you. Here it comes. O-type, preferably universal donors and all that. Ah. Yuck. I think this is a joke. Hope this is a joke. And this is why he never gets invited to parties. What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Baileys, and your sister Lou. She got a very strong character. I respect that. I see. So they had a wedding and everything else, and the party was whatever. But this is like the private thing for us, I suppose. They're not going to have so many characters all involved and new characters. Fair play. That's fine. The conversation's still been light-hearted and fun anyway. I respect that. She's impossible, you mean? But I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm to me at first. Oh, just a year or 3. She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean, compared to her, Gala is a softie. I say Gala is a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. She could take him when he's under fury. If INSANEBRIT ever moves out and I'm out of my specialty, I can ask for your sister's number, I guess. You would have to hurry, or you'll have to step over. Your primary school friend, Bailey's. Marco? I thought I caught him staring at her. Yeah, okay, yeah, so he's school friend staring at her sister. Okay, so this is like a new section of a conversation. His name's Marco. I thought I caught him staring at her. Okay. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses, delightfully cliche, isn't it? You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde. That's what he's into. He likes the gossip. He's a chatty motherfucker, isn't he? Of course I do. That's how I take my best pictures. Longing glances, touches filled with pent-up desire. Scorn... what? Dissimulated in a smirk. Dissimulated in a smirk. Weird. Hopefully you've captured some pictures of our lovebirds too. Ah yes, I really can't wait to see them. Well, that's the downside of film. I know. But it will be worth it, so I'm happy to be patient. Good girl. In that case, I have a little reward for you. Oh, a perfect shot. Damn. Nice. Oh, look at that, Bale. This is amazing. What a beautifully captured moment, Mr. Hyde. Oh, I see. So he took the pictures. Yes, truly, thank you again for doing this, Hyde. Don't mention it. I had an alright time doing it. You can keep this if you want. It's just a Polaroid, but... ah, no, it's absolutely lovely. It looks so friendly and warm. Like the wedding we always really wanted to have. Yes, once we've sifted through the whatever, details. I love that you guys figured that out in the end. Yeah, me too actually. That was annoying. It was like, we want this, we want that. And in the end they kept it simple and did their own thing. And I love this picture. Do you only have one, Mr. Hyde? Why, INSANEBRIT, you wanted to frame it and hang it on your wall? Actually, yes, something like that. Good thing I saw it coming. If our newlyweds don't object, I have almost the exact same one here for you. No objections whatsoever. Yeah, I'd love that. It would mean a lot to have a little memory of this day hanging around here. That's a good point. I think that's pretty cool. Some customers, you know, got married, invited you to the wedding. It's kind of cool to have a picture up of them too in the coffee shop. It's kind of cool. Thank you so much. No, thank you. Yes, INSANEBRIT. I'm not sure where we'd be without you. So, I take it you have decided to embrace photography, Mr. Hyde. It would seem so. Ah, come on, tell them. Tell us what? Nothing's been confirmed yet. They're certainly not going back on it, and you aren't either, right? Of course not. Well then. Ah, just tell them the story. It's obvious you're dying to. Don't have to ask me twice. Hyde has already agreed to shoot another wedding. There's a really sweet couple who's been coming to visit their kid at the hospital. Little Rose, has been sick for a while now. For a while. Doctors think she's going to get better eventually, but no one knows exactly when. So her parents have decided to get married in her room with her around. Oh damn, that's okay, cool. That's a lovely idea. I bet little Rose is thrilled. She is. An entire party next to her bed. Can you imagine? Anyhow, they got to chatting with Hyde, and just like that he promised to take their pictures. Pro bono. That's very good of you, Mr. Hyde. It's nothing, I could use the experience so that I can milk my modelling ex-colleagues for their wedding pictures. Sounds like a good social redistribution to me. So, it's a weird way of putting it, isn't it? But whatever. Right. So does that mean you're sticking around Seattle for good, Hyde? I've got the house and I've got the job. And I've got my own pocket. My own pocket werewolf. So it sounds like I'll be staying here a little while. That's great to hear. How's the house coming along? Celebrity photographer. How's the house coming along? Taking ages, but it'll look good when it's finished. I'm having it redone from scratch, so it's a process. But as a vampire, my needs are a little particular. Fair enough. What does he want? A coffin chamber and certain... Do you know what? I kind of think of it. Does he have a problem? I can't remember if this was discussed in season 1. But how does he deal with light? Can he be seen in the daytime, or does he only go out at night? Well, I don't get how that is. Have they evolved into daywalkers? I don't even know. I think it's normal to be particular when it comes to your dream home, you know. But also, if he's having it bloody built from scratch, you damn right you're going to want everything perfect, especially if you've got the money. What would a dream house look like for the two of you? We're not too sure yet, but we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tomodachi scrolling to look at other people's homes, and no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side. My love, it's alright. I'm glad we talked it all through. Lou made me realise that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does, and if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lou's mum told me the same during the wedding. I didn't know you talked about it. Don't worry, it went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy, which is good because that's what really matters to me too. Fair play. And a happy Lou is a Lou who powers through her job. Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little. Well, you're gonna have to when you have kids. Yeah, when the time comes, but the thing is I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it would do to my work. I see. That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to childbearing. Yeah, okay. Well, not in our couple. Okay, fine. We decided that when we have kids, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. Now, I'm not opposed to that. Okay, I want to say some things on this. Now, she was worried about her career and don't want to slow down her job, but he's a freelance, whatever, and he can do whatever, okay. Maybe work from home, he doesn't get a stay-at-home dad. Here's the thing. Statistically, okay, some facts throwing at you here. Basically, what tends to happen when this happens, a stay-at-home dad, if he's a stay-at-home dad, she gets angry and frustrated at the man, on average, for staying home and envying him for being with the kids all day long. When she's tired and comes home from work, she doesn't get to see the kids, they're already in bed. And she slowly starts to resent the guy for being at home all the time. And she sees herself as the breadwinner, earning more money than him. Hence she loses respect for him, and eventually they end up divorcing. Women initiate 80% of the divorces. Women divorce the men more than the men divorce the women. 80%. Now what I am telling you here isn't based on opinion, it's based on facts. This is what tends to happen. Are they going to be different? Don't know. But at the same time, I'm looking at who made this game and the things, the situations and the things they're addressing. Immigration, and they're talking about this stay-at-home dad thing is counter to what the norm is, right? And it's kind of funny how they address it. And every time they throw this kind of stuff out, I always counter it to a point. Or if I disagree with something, I'll disagree with it. But seeing what they're saying here, that's fine. Do what you want to do. But what I'm saying is, that seems to be the way it is. There's loads of stories like it online about women earning more money than their husbands, resenting their husband for staying at home, and then end up leaving them, cheating on them, work colleague, whatever it is. And this is just a thing, okay? So that sounds dodgy to me, and that red flags are going off in my head about that whole situation right now. I know it's just a game, but I'm throwing that out there. Again, would it be different? Who knows? Good luck to them. But I'll still do some freelance work if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. But I'll be taking care of the little ones and of our place. Good God. You know, I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'll change your mind. Trust me on that, Lou. You'd be surprised. Times are changing and so on. See, this is the agenda, the ideology of the game. Like, times are changing, women can do this, and it's fine, you can do whatever you want. But what I'm saying is the results of this statistically is proven that they're not happy about doing it. You know, some may be, but there are so many instances, and you can see with the answers these characters are giving. Times are changing, and that's fine. They have. You can do whatever you want in this world. As long as you study and work hard for it, you can do whatever you want to do. YouTuber, doctor, women, man, whatever. You can do whatever you want, whether you'll be happy doing it. It's like jobs in itself, right? So, for example, I can't remember what it was. I know I'm going deep politically here, or a little bit off topic. Well, it's still varied, but it's like where they save a number of spots for engineers, for women, right, or scientists, or whatever it may be, and 50% of them has to be women and 50% have to be men, right? Often enough, the male spaces get taken up and the women's spaces don't get taken up, to a point where they have to close courses because enough women weren't taking it up. Women primarily want child rearing careers. They want nurses to do with humans and stuff like that, human resources and stuff like that, you know, human contact kind of thing, where men go for machinery, men do building work and all this kind of stuff. So I'm not saying there ain't the exceptions of women doing these jobs. Hell no, of course there is. But at the same time, it's one of those things. Women prefer doing a certain thing, where men prefer doing a certain thing. And some women go into it, but when you try and force it upon women, they choose other things. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? But it's just weird. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I've known many men who have ride home with their children. I very much doubt that. I mean, in theory, if you lived loads of, like, if he's talking about the 60s, 1960s and stuff, I don't think that's true at all. I generally don't. You met Gala in 1960s, you're talking about old school tradition here. That goes back from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. Men go to war. So no, I don't believe that at all, Hyde. I think that's bullshit. For someone who's lived as long as you, in those time periods, the men always went out to work and worked hard, and the women stayed at home and the children. That is how it has always been. I don't recall anyone who I know in my entire life, from my granddad, always wanting to stay at home and be with the kids. No. No. Never. So I don't believe that for a second, Hyde. And that's what I'm saying. It's a false narrative that they're putting out there. It really is. Now, I'm not saying, again, these options ain't there. But if you look at the statistics and the numbers, it's bullshit. When they want to stay at home and go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just compliment each other well. I think so too. Mr. Miller. Miss... Oh God, these people are getting cringy. Oh no, using my family's name on you feels wrong. They would throw a fit if they heard you do that, and that's true. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyway. As long as we are still Lou and Bailey's. As long as we're still Lou and Bailey's. Okay. Ah, excuse me. It sounds like Hyde found a new way forward. He has, yeah. I'm really happy about that. When I first met him, I thought he was a bit mysterious. So did I. I thought he was a weird. I thought he was a girl at first, but I thought he was a bit of a freak. And rude. And honestly, a bit of a jerk. There you go, Lou even said it. But he's really quite fragile, isn't he? And sentimental. There's nothing more solid and more fragile than an immortal. Yeah, nothing screws with your head quite as much as having unlimited time. Yeah, I bet it does. Even elves with their only longish lives have issues. I can imagine. Werewolves are somewhere between elves and humans. And we also struggle with that stuff. I guess the bottom line is, everyone gets bored and confused once in a while, right? And the longer you live, the more once in a while, well, okay. Yeah, once in a while gets you. I would imagine it does. That makes sense to me. I will say though, I'm mighty happy that he's sticking around. For all that, he can be a difficult one. He also makes life a lot more interesting. He does. And we just really get each other after all this time. You two know what I mean. Yes, we really do. At this point, even when we need to take a bit of time out, we can trust that we'll always find our way back to each other. That's right. You know, he's got a way of finding good people. He's got a way of finding good people. Hyde, I mean. He liked INSANEBRIT from the start. Not that I've ever disagreed, but he just really got you right away. He has been very kind to me and perceptive about me as well. And I'm glad he befriended you too. This chat right now it's really good. You're right too, Gala. Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing more of you. Right back at you. Ah, listen to that. It's pouring rain again. Hasn't stopped, has it, since I started this flipping game, or since season 1 at this point. Brr. I'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, babe. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worry about you. And I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you too. You guys are cute. But you know what's better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Yeah, that's a good point. Point taken. Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck anyway. Are they? Damn. I've always wondered where that came from. I'd never heard that expression. It sounds like lip service for a happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often enough. That's a good point, actually. I understand that. Well, let's hope it's true anyway. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Ah, maybe it's just a thing among elves. Have you heard of it? No, I haven't. Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend? What? Yes, that's the one. I have no idea. I've never heard of this myself. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry. But I can give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but all of her children, one she liked best. What a bitch. How can you like one specific child more than the rest? That's evil. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, "Even if all my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle. They will love me and take care of me." She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as a young godling sat on the edge of a cloud pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them and they lost their balance. Oh no, don't worry, it's not a sad story. Alright then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human errors, until a human found them there. Shall we call them Godling Aeon and the human Ray? Just for clarity? Huh? Aeon and Ray, okay. That's going to help for sure. I get lost without names, for goodness sake. Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon and, finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to the village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed by, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars, planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvest of the young children and fairness and old men. Famines and old men, I see. They talked of time and eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both the briefest of moments and the longest era in there. Okay, oh God. That's how they both knew that they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted to assert, okay, assent of their family. The assent of their family, okay. Ray got it without trouble. Their family were quite fond of Aeon, whatever, by then. But when Aeon went to see their mother, the goddess, oh I see, the old hag, basically she disapproved because she thought her child was being taken away. Ha! Give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favourite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you she's a lot better than my mother. Anyways, she got really angry and she told Aeon, "Get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die just like your fiancé." Yuck. And to nobody's surprise at this point, Aeon said, "I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side?" That is a great story there, right there. Down to get married they went. For many hours the goddess was angry and shouted. For many more hours she was despondent and sulked. Then finally she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They wore garlands and flowers and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time Aeon wasn't quiet at all. Oh, he wasn't quiet at all. Oh, okay. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time in an eternity their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess's word once spoken isn't easily broken. In sadness for her child's mortal days, she started crying. Damn. And one by one her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, "For each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year." Damn. And even as your hair turns grey and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other. And according to elves, that's how we came to be. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. Damn, that was an interesting story. I kind of like that. Damn, that was kind of like deep, wasn't it? Deeper than what I expected. he was like, nah, the hell with that, I'm going to go down to Earth and marry her anyway. And so be it. What's an eternity without her? That's a great thing to say. My love, are you tearing up? It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. You're a born legend, tell her, Mr. Bailey. That was an astonishing rendition of that story. I like the story, it's pretty good. Yeah, that was epic. I'm not going to look at the rain the same way now. It's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right, the goddess is a lot better than your mother. I told you. My history with the rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom when I was a little girl was on the top floor, so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great. I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside. For sure. What the hell's Hyde? Is he coming back? Oh, I see the cat. Oh, look. Here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. Oof. That's a very wet little guy. Poor Gala, did you just shake the rain all over you? He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat, INSANEBRIT? No, he's not. Oh, no. But he's been around a couple of times. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then. Although he's not specifically, especially aggressive either. Yeah, he went. Yeah, I remember. She bumped into. I think he hissed or meowed. Maybe he's adopting this place. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde too. Well, they ain't sniffing the drink. Now that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something. Oh, okay. Or someone. Good point. If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago, and it was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either. Oh, he's gone. And there he goes. Very mysterious. We didn't give him any milk or anything. What did I miss? A cat, apparently. Ah, yes, I saw it. I saw it go. What was that about? We're not entirely sure. He has come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stay very long or ask for anything. I was saying that he might be looking for someone. Ah, perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight, messengers between worlds, so to speak. In Egypt times, they worshipped them as gods, didn't they, and what have you. He may know something that we don't, or see something we can't see. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually. You're referring to Hyde, dude. No comment. Anyhow, what was that call about? That was the interior designer about the house. For some reason, he needed to know the exact size of my turntable, as well as whether I wanted without or walnut or oak floors. I just want floors I can walk on. That's surprising. I thought you'd be more particular about decoration, Hyde. I am particular in the sense that I want it to look good, but he's got no clue what to do to get there. Well, obviously you want it done very specific, but at the same time you seem like the type of guy to match your floors and your walls and your wallpaper and your themes. You know what I mean? You want a oak kitchen, you know, or whatever the hell you're doing. You know what I mean? So it kind of it's best to ask. You know, he does seem that very particular, and that makes perfect sense. That's fine. There ain't wrong with that. So you know what I mean? I mean, you've seen his car. It's not, you know, peak design trends. Well, that's a good point. That car served me right, thank you very much. I remember when a certain werewolf didn't want to drive me around. Ah, I shouldn't have brought that up. Truth. Why don't you help Hyde with decorating then, Gala? Why indeed? My job. Time. Your job? Time? I see. Everyone's a critic, but the truth is, Gala has no understanding of colour, material or shape. I'm a lazy interior designer at best. But Gala is an interior designer walking nightmare. Not true. I go for functional things. That's what people say when they've got no taste. Yeah. Yeah, maybe my taste in vampires is the problem here. I think your taste in vampires is your one saving grace. Ugh. They fight like a married couple, don't they? Funny. You guys sound like you're going to be just fine. Indeed. You know, being like this all together when it's dark and damp and feeling good and safe and home. It's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place. It is actually, isn't it? Yeah, considering. It feels like we're all connected family, like we're all friends. We're not customers and barista here. We're all friends, you know what I mean? Having a chat. That's what's kind of interesting about this whole thing. That's how this whole segment has made me feel anyway. I think it's kind of key. I think the kind that is key here. As far as I can remember, that has never felt like a strange space to me. This has never felt like a strange space to me. Okay, it's my space, and I'm lucky enough to share it with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, INSANEBRIT. I'm glad that's how it feels to you. Our patrons' comfort and always been our priority. Goal very much achieved then. That and also, you're alright. It sounds like everyone's going to be busy with our own stuff for a while. But I can't wait to come back and hear and see your faces again. Whether in a week or a month or a year. I know it's going to be a good time. Cheers to that. Hear, hear. Huh. You're all welcome anytime, separately or together. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. We'll definitely pop by and give you news. And to get fury remedies, yeah, alright. And to listen in on the drama, yes, Hyde. We can't wait to welcome you back. I think the rain is over, and we've kept you up for a while already, INSANEBRIT. Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home. Consider the night called. You go first, guys, or we'll be stepping on each other's toes. Alright. Good night, INSANEBRIT. Good night. Good night, you two. Let's go, darling. Let's. Good night, INSANEBRIT. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and on other nights. No, thank you for everything, truly. Have a good rest, INSANEBRIT. Will do. Whew, man, that was a long-ass conversation, I won't lie. You guys coming? Yeah. Just hold the door for me for a second longer. Eek, Bale? What are you doing? I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course. That's on the way into the home, not on the way out of a bar. I can do both. You are silly. Maybe, but I love you. I love you too. Bustling, busy, and a buzz. My God, people whose faults I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like. To have chosen Hive. To have a chosen Hive. Good point. My God, it almost feels like the end of a game. That was just one bloody night. That was. I know I comprehended 2 nights actually, but that was pretty good. I enjoyed that. That was like one of the best episodes, and it does feel like a proper family sitting there chatting with them all about their lives and everything. That's one of the better episodes I feel, or videos that I've done in the series of the 2nd season. Sorry that my reading's slowing down a little bit, or I'm like getting it right and trying to read it. Sometimes it don't make sense or what have you. Guys, that is going to be the end of this part of the playthrough. I am knackered. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I thought this was one of the better videos that I've done in this series. You know, we celebrated their wedding. We talked, you know, Hyde. There was a funny story. I mean, you know, well, not a funny story. It was like a deep story about, you know, the goddess thing. I thought that was pretty cool as well, being thrown in there. Got really drawn into that actually, but also how they're going to live their life and what have you. And like I said, putting in my 2 cents. No disrespect to Bailey and Lou, whatever they're doing. But like I said, statistics say, and all the data points to, that turns around and kicks you in the backside. If it works for them, it works for them. But yeah, it is one of those things. Like I said, I'm not spitting an opinion, I'm spitting facts. Facts say, statistics say, that is what happens. Hopefully it don't happen to them, but it is what it is, right? It's just a game at the end of the day. But you see the narrative and what this game pushes, and it's like, it's bullshit to a point. Some elements of it is bullshit, like the immigration thing as well. How they try and say, people, man, it's just no, doesn't work that way. It never has, and it shouldn't be that way. And it's for protection of the citizens of any country. Doesn't matter if it's America, UK, Europe. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. You know what I mean? You can't let everybody in. You know, it's, you know, just with this whole people, man, we're all just trying to live. Yeah, but there's limits and crimes and X, Y, and Z. You can't just let everybody in. So the game itself always tries to push a certain narrative. And you know, I'm not going to sit here and agree to something if I don't agree to it. That's just the way it is, man. Anyway, guys, that was just to give you an example of how Bailey and Lou are going to live, and like I said, the immigration thing, what this game tries to throw at you, and I respect the position, but whether it works or what have you is a different story. And trust me, you'll see in the real world, you'll put it into perspective, and you'll look at the stats, look at the numbers, you'll see what's going on, and you'll be like, no, the narrative is a narrative. The reality is totally fucking different. Anyway, guys, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I hope you guys enjoyed my insight. I know it's an extra long video, but this was a really good episode, I felt. And I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.